Hello, it's Caroline at For the Love of Crochet, and I have a lot to share with you. I've been bitten by my amigurumi bug. It is bunny season, and I just love making the bunnies, and I've just been seeing so many cute ones. And Craftably Ever After, my good friend, she came out with a bunny pattern, and I got all the feels to make some bunnies. So I do have quite a few amigurumi that I've made, and be prepared to be enabled because I just love everything that I'm making. I'm just enjoying it so much. So let's get started. Since I mentioned Craftably Ever After, I have been testing her latest pattern. Now she's been showcasing it. I will link her down below. She has the cutest little bunny pattern coming up. So cute. So I made this little hat. It is two-toned. This is just so incredibly soft. I had it left over from a scarf. And here is her pattern. I didn't want to deviate from her pattern at all, but I did want to do some ruffles and some pockets and some stitching on her. But it actually didn't turn out. So right here on the pocket, I wanted to do some stitches that would show the jeans overall stitches, how you can see those, those thick stitches that are what are usually on jeans. But I didn't end up doing it because the thread I was using didn't work. So I think you would have to use yarn. But look at the little tail. I really liked the design she used and how she incorporated making sure you didn't have your color changes noticeable. She made sure to point that out. So that was an excellent feature on her pattern. And then here, she's so cute. I, of course, did the embroidered eyes. And now that I think about it, Cassandra, you should probably link your embroidered eye tutorial on your pattern, like a scan code or something. So cute. Now I used such a light yarn on the nose that you can barely see it. I love this discolored yarn where it's like a faded pink and white. I think it stands to be what a natural bunny would be like different tones. So it's so cute. I did want to use yellow. I love yellow. And I think she just came out so adorable. She's very cute. And then here's her little hat. So it's two-toned because the yarn I was using had, and I used the same one on her scarf. It's the same yarn I used on her scarf. So it's so cute. I just love this pattern. Thank you for letting me test it, Cassandra. It is so adorable. I love it. Okay. Now, as it is bunny season, I got enabled by Mimi Makes Keepsakes, Marsha. She's been showing lots of new things that she's been creating, and one of them was a bunny. She's been making such cute stuff, and I got enabled by this one bunny pattern, so here it is. My daughter calls him Peter Jackrabbit. I had the hardest time doing his facial features and the contouring of the face with the pattern. All the patterns will be linked down below. Cassandra's isn't out quite yet, but I think it'll be out any day now. And when it does, I'll attach it. So I decided, I've been sewing so much. I wanted to incorporate the pattern on the Etsy, or that the designer provided, had a crochet pocket, but I just thought it was going to be bulky and I didn't want to do it. So I did a sewn pocket with just some scrap fabric. And I love how that came out. And then I just stuck a little square in there like it had a handkerchief. It's so cute. And my daughter loved it and she called it Peter Jackrabbit. It's Peter Jackrabbit. So I loved it. And then I did incorporate some buttons. So cool. I just glued them on because it's hard to sew on this fabric. In fact, I had kind of a weird time sewing this one on because this fabric is where you can't pick up little fibers. It's just a fluff. So this is Bernat blanket. So I made this little bunny and I love it. I love the simplicity of this design, and I love that it has these limbs, little flimsiness, very fast, very easy to work up. And of course, you know, you could change up the colors and do all kinds of things to it. He's like no business, you know, like serious. He's serious. He's serious business. He's a serious rabbit. Get the job done. He's a little farmer Peter Jackrabbit. He's so cute. And I just love the dangly limbs to him. He'd be perfect for child-sized hands. Very nice and soft. So this is a great pattern. I love this one, especially for the Bernat blanket because you don't have a lot of yarn. But since you switch colors, you know, you just get a colored yarn to do his overalls, and then you need very little for the animal portions for the limbs, very little. And then you could even give him a shirt if you wanted to, but I didn't want to. I think it would be weird. So there he is. I just loved him. Okay, so that designer also has this pattern in not a blanket yarn. So I was really wanting to try that one as well. Here she is. She's so adorable. Now, what I loved about this is that she incorporated a different yarn than the, you know, two different yarns. And I've done this type of thing before where I made a doll, but then I gave it a velvet dress. And so another designer did that. I think it was Junebug and James. She has a little doll pattern that has two different textures of yarn. Very easy one to work up as well. And this one has the same type of limbs, but because it's in overalls, I crocheted over. I made separate overalls, whereas this one, it is the overalls. And I'll show you the yarn that I made the ears with. So I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I don't know if they still sell this, but if you don't want to make pom-poms or fluffy tails or fluffy ears, or you want to incorporate fur somehow, this is fluffy yarn. Just look for fluffy yarn and you can make the same thing. You can't see your stitches for sure, so you need to just kind of go by feel. It's not something a beginner could use probably. But I love it for the fact that it just provides this different texture and this sweet little fluffy look to her. And I want to try and do this with Cassandra's pattern too. I want to give her fluffy ears. I think it'd be so adorable. This pattern was a little more difficult for me in terms of how this pattern is placed on a page. You're gonna want to print this one because sometimes she goes straight down to the next page, and then it goes over to the next page. She has all these little bubbles. And so I found myself in the wrong spot and I was lost. So it's definitely a pattern you want to print, not look at a screen to where you can see all the pages. So I think that would have helped a lot. Bow was a cute little addition to this pattern, and these little ruffled edges, just a little flimsy, doable. And then you just attach it. So the overalls are crocheted separately, whereas the blanket yarn, she just made it one pattern. So this is super cute, super fast. It's very small, not a lot of rows, and I love the amount of stitches it has. It's very doable. So cute. Okay, so since I got really happy with this one, I wanted to make another one. And This is what came. I wanted to make a little spring bunny. She's ready to go shopping and ready for summer. She's got her little shorts on, no overalls here, and I used the same fluffiness for her ears, for her tail, and she's got a little handbag, a little granny bag, because she, she's crafty. So cute. Now, I tried to give her a ruffled sleeve, and I tried 2 different techniques to see which I liked better. I'm still trying to figure out which one I like better, and I agreed that I just need to try something different. But if I had to pick, I guess I'd pick this one. Anyway, I'll get my own pattern someday, and so I'm trying a different technique for ruffles. She's so cute. I just love it, and I love that she looks like she has this mask, and I used the same colored yarn. I really stuck with the same yarns. So this is the same yarn for both of the bunnies, that pink and white. And then I used a lot of this burgundy and yellow for the clothing. So yeah, I'm really sticking with it. I haven't bought yarn in so long, and now Joann's is closing, and it's just, oh well. I have come to the conclusion that I want to stick with natural fibers in the upcoming years, so I'm going to narrow it down to wool and cotton. And this is so cute. Okay. That is it for my little bunny obsession, but I actually did do one more bunny, and it was a combination. This pattern has been on my Instagram feed, like something I want to do. Every time I see it, every time they post it, I'm just, I want to make that. I want to make that because it looks so easy, and I've just never done it. And, last video and this video, I've made something that has been on my I want to make list. Here they come. They're a couple. So cute. Kind of reminds me of Craftably Ever After and little bunny queen over here. The bear and bunny girls. So I just thought, I gotta do this one. It's been on my to-do forever, and they are the simplest things to make. Very cute design, nice little details, and just sweet. So let me show you them separately. One thing I did do was put rocks in the bottom of this pattern, because this is one that can topple very easy, especially being squished together as a couple with the scarf. That's what's balancing them, but I wanted them to be even more balanced so I can put them some places. And so I put those little rocks that you can get at Dollar Tree that you maybe like put at the bottom of a vase jar. And so I used about 5 rocks on them, and I used 5 rocks on this one too. And this one probably could have used a little more. And this little indentation is supposed to stand for a little belly button. I probably should have put an X, but that was part of the pattern. And so yeah, they're just this cute little couple, little buddies going out in the snow. And like I said, I've really stuck with these yellow and burgundies as my colors for all these patterns. And then this hat, I would not make a pom-pom that tiny. So what you would have to use like thread, and I wasn't going to do that. So I just basically clipped off a piece of something and glued it on, and it looks like a puff. But this works well for a pom-pom, because look, if you just made this, it could be a pom-pom. So if you're ever needing a pom-pom, it's just like I did with the back of this one. It would be perfect on the top of a little hat. I wanted it to match, so I used this yellow because I wanted it to match the yellow. But this was such a sweet little pattern, and I'm so glad that I was able to get something else off my list, something I've been wanting to make. And yeah, so if I haven't enabled you enough with some amigurumi, I did pick up one new amigurumi book. This has been going around the YouTubers. And I just want to make that little dog and the bear, and maybe the pig and the whale and the panda. Who am I kidding? I want to make all of these. Look at this. A little ninja pig, the little panda, the little chicken, this guy. There's just... Yes. Oh my goodness. This doggy just has my heart. I want to make that. Isn't that just adorable? I kept waiting and waiting to see if maybe I would get blessed with this book from my family, but I didn't. And then I kept seeing these patterns and I'm like, I have to get that. I have not bought yarn. I have not been making amigurumi, and I just been bitten by that amigurumi bug this season because of all the bunnies, and I love making bunnies. But that dog stole my heart, and then of course those few patterns I've shown you, I just can't wait to work from this one. I want to show you something else that I've made, and it's a sewing project. And it is this little Bitsy box. They called it Bodobo Bags by Ticklegrass Designs Bitsy box. These little bags, they're perfect for like keychains and very small items. And I've already given one away, but these are the two that I have left. And this is Zediano Minky Kim's fabric. It's got like strawberries and strawberry flowers. This is so cute, and I just put plain pink in there. And this is a great little quilting, and it's just so tiny. Look, it fits in my palm. And then I put this little, got these zippers off Amazon. I really like them. I just wish they had more colors. I need to get another batch. So this one has like this cream and red. I think it went well, but I like that they have this big ring, so you can even attach it to your keychain with this. But I also put one on here, just some hardware I found on Amazon, and that way when I open it. So I made these little Bitsy bags. With Easter coming up, I think this would be a cute little gift for a little basket. Then I made this red one, again same zipper with cream and red, but I did not sew this on right when I was sewing, so I didn't get my little I didn't get my thing. I just completely missed it, and I just thought, oh well. So there we go. This one has pink flowers, and it's just perfect. I mean, it holds a lot of stuff. Oh, it can hold quite a bit. I mean, you can stuff a lot of candy in there, lip glosses, little things that you may want to give to your little one for a Easter goodie in their basket. Put on their backpack. Very nice. It can hold probably cards. And so I've been making those. Very easy pattern, and there is somebody did a tutorial for these, and so one place I was stuck was the zipper, and so I'll link the pattern of the tutorial that I followed. Made it so simple. So I made those little baggies, and then I was recently at my local sewing shop, and I was doing a come and stitch. It's basically you bring whatever you want to work on with all the sewing ladies, and bring your friends and whatever, and you just work on all your projects. And so you get to see what everyone is making. You get to have chats and have lunch there, and it's just such a nice atmosphere. Well, I met a new friend, and She made me this. It was so cute. I love it. It is a coaster. And she made it on her embroidery machine. And her name is Becky. Thank you, Becky. This was so nice. She knew I loved bunnies, and she just, she dug in her pile of things that she's been making, because these little things bring her joy. Making these little coasters, and just so beautiful. Such a nice little place to put my little tea and my coffee and my drink next to my sewing machine. So thank you so much. That was so nice. Okay. Now, if I haven't, I have a couple more additions. The Pin Cut Sew. If you're a sewer and you're not following Pin Cut Sew, go ahead and give her a follow on YouTube. But she showed this one on her Instagram, and when she showed it, I just fell in love with it, and it was this book. And it's 180 patchwork quilt blocks. And just the designs on this, and I'm trying to learn what type of quilter I am, what kind of style I like. And I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm finding that I like very bold colors. I like very high contrast, bright colors. And so when she showed this, I knew I wanted it. Just this wackiness. Love it, love it, love it. It's gonna be so cool. And I wanna do it. I mean, look at this star. I don't know if I'm a traditional quilter. I don't think I'm a traditional quilter at all. I do like these wild and crazy things. But I think this is a traditional block, but it's just done so crazy. I would want that. I want that. I want to make that. And like this one, look at that. Different colors. This is what I like. I love it. So if you're a quilter or you like to sew, I loved it. I wanted to get it, and I did it. Okay, and then I mentioned in my last podcast, if you didn't stay till the end, I mentioned a new podcaster called My Unfinished Life. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. She's a newer channel, and she's a sewing channel, and she makes garments, but I think what I appreciate is her way of life. That's what I appreciate. So she'll take her clothing and try to fix it, make it better, or show you ways that she's incorporating sewing in her garments or in her home. And it's just a practical, not try this, buy this, but it's a practical way of living that inspires me. And one of the books she shared was this one called Mending Life, a handbook for repairing clothes and hearts. And this book is just like art and sewing together. The art in here, along with the message, is just so beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. Practical, heartfelt sewing. The person who made this book, just beautiful. And consider every garment. So I think we're just in a land of waste, and I just love this. This is that sashiko stitching. We all wear clothes. It's beautiful. These clothes tatter, tear, split, run, rip, unravel, spring holes. So we have a hole. Things fall apart. We have a broken handle. And our immediate response is just to get something new. I'm guilty for sure. But we are gifted with hands that sew, mend, fasten, pin, glue, weave, darn. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Things come back together. So now we have a repaired handle and a repaired basket. Wounds heal, hearts forgive, and deepen with compassion. It's so beautiful. Now, of course, we get into how to fix clothing all right here, but her message is all in this front, and it's just absolutely so beautiful. It's a beautiful story. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is one of the books she shared, and I think this is what she's trying to represent in her channel, which is awesome, which I love. Want to be more resourceful and practical and less wasteful. Okay. And last up, I'm really growing in my sewing journey, and just 2 years ago, I was struggling with my machines, didn't know how to use some machines, and now I have 3 machines, and I'm getting more and more comfortable with each of them every day, and I have taken on a new project called Green Tea and Sweet Beans, and this is a Jen Kingwell design. And if you look at this, it's just so beautiful. So many different types of blocks, which is similar to what we got going on in here. Just putting these things together to make a beautiful blanket. And I just love this. So I've already started this, and I have never done a pinwheel block, and I've made 4, 5, 6, 9. I've made 9 pinwheel blocks, and my precision on these is just like, who is this? I am not a perfectionist, and in the past couple of months I've been accused of being a perfectionist, and I'm just, me? I am not. And I took it as a I didn't take it as a compliment. I took it as an insult. I have it over there on my little wall design, and look at that. This is going to be part of this blanket, and I can't believe I did this. I can't believe it. I made that. The precision on these points is just, what? Who is this? Look at that. I cannot believe it. And I just love that I'm mixing up all kinds of fabrics. So cool. Very cool. I have more over there, but I'm not going to show you all of them, but I did that. I've been accused of being a perfectionist. And like I said, I took that as an insult. One more that I made, this is an applique. And this is also part of that design. And these colors, you know, I love my turquoise. So look at my little lion down here. Unfortunately, I covered it up, but it's okay. I mean, I know it's there. I know I love it. And all these different fabrics coming together. This is going to be the next one. This is actually a hippo under there, and I thought I was going to be able to see it. Turns out I didn't. But there's a butterfly down here, and then I use these little yellow butterfly fabrics. I think what I love is the freedom of just putting any fabric down. Look at this. This is purple and pink with red. But it brings me joy. I love it. And all of this is going to come together into this big quilt. It's a huge quilt. I have also done, never done before, what is this? Drunkard's Path. Never made these before. But look it. I did it. I did it. Precision. Who is this? Who is this? I can't believe it. And that just shows, you know, practice. If you keep working, you learn and you get better and you get better. So I am so thankful where I'm at in my sewing journey. I just kept putting in the time, and I'm working with cottons. It's just beautiful. I do want to make clothing. Clothing is still where I want to start making. So that's something I have made a blouse, and I don't even think I showed it. Did I show it? Anyway, I'm going to be making some tops coming up in the next couple of months, probably this summer. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.